What a weird thing to write a book, you know? I really hope you can see the evolution of my locks through these vlogs because they definitely feel so much more full than they did a few months ago. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another vlog. Today's date is the 30th of September, so we're just approaching the end of September. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm still recovering from summer. I spent September recovering from summer, but now I'm ready to get into like fall mode. Every season has its like phases, right? And I feel like when it comes to summer, routines just go out of the window, okay? There's so much going on. You're traveling, you're meeting friends, everybody's off, everyone's taking time off of work to do things. My summer was very chaotic, especially in August. There was always something going on. So my routine did not exist. Like I did not have a routine. But now that we're in September, the summer vibes are gone now. Like it's all gloomy, cold, wintry, everything. I'm wearing like the biggest freaking hoodie, like it's freezing in my house. Now that things are more steady, things are more consistent, I'm starting to build up an actual routine for myself. I pulled out my planner 2 days ago on Sunday and I was like, okay, I need like a weekly routine. I need like a schedule because there's so many things I want to tackle at the same time. I have work to consider, I have studying to consider, I have my UGC to consider, I have my writing to consider, I have this YouTube content to consider. Part of me is like, oh, I want to tackle everything, like everything's important, but then I also feel like if I spread myself too thin, then nothing will get done. So I'm trying to see what should be my priority this season. Is it studying? Is it UGC? Is it my book? Is it content? Like I feel like writing my book and content kind of go hand in hand. Like I kind of give you guys like writing updates when I do writing vlogs. So then there's UGC, which is like a little side business that I do. Yeah, it's just prioritizing certain things in balance. I'm still figuring that out as I go. I'm definitely taking a step back from certain things on that list, but you know, things can change. I started this vlog a little late. I wanted to start it yesterday on Monday so it can actually be like Monday to Friday, spend the week with me, a full week with me, but just to show you guys what like a day in my life on a weekday looks like. Not every day looks like this because we're human. Sometimes things come up, sometimes things are not gonna go the way we plan. I'm telling myself that more than I'm telling you guys that because I'm someone that hates it when things don't go according to plan. Like if I'm saying I wanna do A, B, C, D, E, F, G on a Monday and maybe E, F, and G are not done, I kind of spiral the whole night because I'm just like, today was a failure. Even though I got like most things done, if like I forgot one or two things, it's gonna eat away at me. But it's like you actually cannot plan every hour of your day. Like it's not possible. You cannot sit and say I'm gonna do this and nothing's going to like throw me off track because what's the quote? People make plans, God laughs. Anything can happen. So I'm trying to leave some like wiggle room in my routine for like other things and stuff. Like if other things come up, then that's fine. I have work in like 15 minutes and I need to make breakfast. And then after work, I have some editing to do, some writing to do, and then I'm gonna take you through my night routine. Today's video is basically gonna be a fall afternoon to evening routine, like what it looks like for me when I'm being productive in the fall. I think I'm gonna do a morning routine as well, if you guys want me to. I think it's important to like have a routine after work that like brings you down. I'm lucky enough to work from home, but some people don't work from home. Some people have to go into the office, come back, and then focus on their like other priorities, which is difficult. So when I do log off from work, I'm already in my house, so there's not really much of an excuse to slack off. But when I do finish work, when I'm sitting in front of a computer all day doing work and then I finish work, the last thing I want to do is remove that desktop screen and sit in front of my laptop. Like it's just my eyes, you know? And I'm also like, I'm sick of sitting in one place and working. So I'm trying to curate an evening routine that I don't dread, but it's also productive. Again, I'm still a work in progress because I'm still figuring out how I want to approach this fall. I don't want this routine to be so restricted to the point where I'm planning out every minute. That's one thing. I also want to prioritize rest because I don't think I implemented enough rest in the past. I definitely burnt myself out too often. So that's something I want to focus more on. And yeah, like I said, prioritizing certain things, figuring out what I want to prioritize this autumn and what I might need to put on the back burner. I literally structure my life in seasons, if you can't tell already. Like my autumn and winter routines are pretty similar, and then my spring and summer routines are very similar. Like those are like the two like phases of my life. So yeah, I still need to make breakfast. I'm gonna make like a breakfast bagel, and it's gonna be like high protein, very satisfying. I'll see you guys later. Okay, so here's a cute little fun fact about me. My stomach doesn't like to digest food. Let me see if this focuses. I take some probiotics after my breakfast. Who knows what the issue is. I still have a few doctor's appointments to figure it out for certain. But until then, I've been trying to like do my best to minimize the pain as much as possible. So like not eating certain heavy foods, eating things that are easily digestible, exercising a lot, you know, all the standard things that people say you should do to like improve your gut health. I also take these Centrum multivitamins for women just because my immune system is not, is this gonna focus? Come on, focus woman. So this is like the second half of my breakfast. I also take some vitamin C, which is downstairs. I took it already. Okay, so guys, I have a new hyperfixation, okay? And I never like things on a casual level. Like if I like something, I'm obsessed with it. Like I'm obsessed. Like I'm doing everything I can to consume as much media on this thing, person, interest possible. I'm reading all the fan theory, all the edits. I just have a new hyperfixation every couple weeks. And my current hyperfixation is this band that I found online. K-pop Demon Hunters had like a boy band that made like 2 songs and died. Spoiler alert. 2 songs and then they were gone. Like they only had 2 songs. And those 2 songs slapped, especially Your Idol. I mean, my friend was like, oh, you know, there's a K-pop group that band was based off of, right? Like in real life. And I was like, okay, show it to me. And she showed me some of their like, some edits. She showed me edits first. And then I was like, oh, okay. I see the appeal. I see the similarity. Cool. And then I feel like a few of their songs just got stuck in my head. And you know, TikTok does this thing where if you talk about a certain topic or discuss a certain topic, it just comes up in your For You page, like unprovoked. The band is called ATEEZ, and it just came up on my For You page on a regular basis, like all their songs, all their edits. And I was just like, I was trying to avoid it, genuinely. I was trying to avoid it because I was like, guys, if I get sucked into this fan base, it's gonna be so annoying for everyone around me. I'm gonna be so annoying. Like I don't want to. The more I saw, the more I saved. Guys, it's a problem. It's genuinely a problem. My Spotify rap is gonna be insane. It's just gonna be this band based off of like the past few weeks. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, let me show you my TikTok on my iPad. So if we go onto TikTok and we go to folders, I have an album titled HJ and an album titled ATEEZ and another album titled ATEEZ Funny. Every time I saw an edit I liked, it went into a folder. Every time I saw an edit that made me laugh, every time I saw an edit that made me go, they're on tour right now for the In Your Fantasy tour, and every time I see clips of them like dancing or performing, I'm just like, based off of the photos I just showed you, I might have just given it away, but can you guess my bias? Just think about it for a second. Just think. Hongjun, the captain, of course. My bias is Hongjun. My bias wrecker is San. When people say they have a bias, I'm kind of like, how do you decide? Like, how do you decide who your bias is? Like, based off of what? Is it just the one you're most attracted to? And I was watching their videos and listening to their music. Their music is so good, guys. Like, genuinely, the music is really, really good. It's not just like the eye candy. You know what it was? I was like, I don't think I have a bias. And then I scrolled through all the edits I saved, and there was like a specific member that kept popping up. And I was like, I literally saved like 10 edits of him in a row at some point, and I was like, okay, this guy's obviously my bias. His face, like his fan cams were the ones I saved the most. I don't know what it is about Hongjun.
God, why'd you make me a fat brunette when I could have been a skinny, sexy guy like Two Hollis?
I don't know how long this clip was. I think it was like 20 minutes, but I cut it down significantly because I took pity on you guys. Like I literally was like, let me not piss them off. And I feel bad, so sorry, because that's not what this video is about. But I had to pop in there and let you guys know what's currently on my brain, because I'm eating breakfast and I'm scrolling through edit. Thank you for listening to me yap about Hongjun. I need to stop. So yeah, I'll see you guys after work. Bye bye. I'm wearing a bonnet now because I don't know, there's something comforting about putting my bonnet on. I just finished work. I just logged off for the day. It is 4:54. Let me take this off, it looks stupid. But yeah, it is 4:54 right now. I just finished work, so I'm free. This is my evening routine, even though it's technically not even the evening yet. It's 5 p.m. But I classify everything after work as my evening. As you can see, I was sitting in front of a desktop all day. As you can see, this is my workspace. Nice and cute, huh? But yeah, I spent the entire day sat in front of a screen. I had lunch a little late, so I'm not hungry yet. What I would typically do right now is get on my phone and doom scroll on TikTok until I'm hungry, have dinner, then I get some work done, and then I ultimately get ready to sleep. The last thing I should be doing is any more like intense work, or like I said, staring at a screen. So I'm gonna go for a walk. I got my 5k steps in this morning, so I want to get the rest of my steps in. It will just be a 30-minute walk around the neighborhood, just a quick one. Then I'm gonna come back, have dinner, because by then I probably will be hungry, and then we're gonna get some actual work done. And by work I mean not work like employment work, I mean like personal work, like personal to-do lists checked off, personal goals, personal little like tasks done for today. Let me get ready for my walk now. I want to keep my bonnet on. Why does it feel weird to go out with the bonnet? And I know people do it. I know there's people in my town who go out in their bonnets, and I always think cool, but like I don't know, it feels weird for me. I don't know why I still feel weird doing it. Like even if everybody was to walk around with their bonnets, I would still, ow, I hit myself. Like as much as I want to just keep this bonnet on and go for a walk, I cannot. The outside air cannot touch this bonnet. That sounds stupid, but it's the same thing with like outside clothes and like wearing your pajamas outside. Like I can't do it. It's 5 o'clock right now. I predict to come back from my walk at like 6 o'clock at the latest, and then yeah, we'll go from there. That's how this works. I look crazy, but it's okay. I don't know if you guys can see, but I had to like plan out the plot of my book from like start to finish in detail, because I was getting a bit mumble jumble. If you're a writer, you know that when you haven't like worked on your manuscript for a little bit, in my case like months, and come back to it after like that long away from it, sometimes when you look back on what you've written last time and just like in general, you forget the general gist of what's going on. And that kept happening a bit too often for me, and I didn't have any like reference point, because I had the plot mapped out, but I had changed so much, and like my notes had not reflected that. Like I changed so much in my head, but my notes did not reflect all those changes. I was in a coffee shop last Saturday, and I just sat down and I spent like 3 hours going through the plot from beginning to end in detail. Like I literally filled out a whole document beginning to end. Then I came home and then just mapped it all out on that whiteboard, just to like make sure that it was like solidified in my brain. There's still some tweaks, some bits, some plot holes that I need to figure out, but yeah, I just went crazy. Like I literally was like a mad scientist, just going. I was like scribbling and writing, and I was just like a mad scientist for like the next 2-3 hours after that as well. It was insane. I don't know, whenever every time I look at it, I'm just kind of like, what a weird thing to write a book, you know? There's elements of mystery in my book, and like the techie part is like having like a mystery in the book that the readers don't know about. The characters, some of them know about it, some of them don't, and then you know everything. So I have to be all-knowing in a sense. Like I want the readers to have that suspense and those questions and everything, but I want to make sure that I have the answers, you know? And the answers make sense, but not in a way that makes it so obvious that like a reader can read it and be like, well, obviously this. Like it has to have some level of, you know, like I can't quite figure it out, but like I could if I really thought. Like, you know, I don't know if I'm just yapping. I feel like if you write, you get what I'm talking about, and if you don't, you're like looking at me like you're mad. Like, what are you on about? But it's okay. The girls who get it. I'm gonna go walk now. How do I look, guys? If you saw me walking down your street, would you think, wow, she is so fitted up? We've got the mini tortilla wraps, you've got the bell pepper and onion sauce, and we've got chicken. It's 7 o'clock. I said I was gonna get some editing done, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna probably finish at around 8:30 maybe. My aim is to finish by 8:30, do some more doom scrolling before having no screens after 9 o'clock. And I have some Vampire Diaries going on my laptop, on my iPad, just in the background. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. If Vampire Diaries distracts me too much, then I'll stop watching it, obviously, and probably just listen to some music, but yeah. But before I get started on that, I want to talk about guilt really quickly, because the more I think about how productive I was last year, this time last year, how much I got done, how much progress I made. If I look back in my diary and see like the stuff I was writing back then, like guys, my mindset was just so like top tier. Like I literally look back on that and think, who the hell was she? Because she was so productive. She had everything in check. She was hitting all of her goals, all of her writing goals, all that stuff. And now, like I said, it's post summer, so everything's kind of a mess after summer anyway. But when I look at how I act right now, the way I'm sleeping in until like the last minute, working and then doom scrolling and then going back to bed. I go to the gym sometimes with my friend, but even when I go to the gym, like that's it. Like I don't do like my 10k steps. I don't actually have like a proper structure and goal for my fitness. Like I just kind of just go for the sake of going, and it's just, I feel like I've been directionless. Falling off is not the problem. Like everyone's gonna fall off eventually. It's just getting back on as quickly as possible. But I take so long to get back on it because of the guilt. Like because I'm comparing myself to like my past self, and that guilt keeps me from actually like, you know, getting back on the wheel, because I'm like, bro, I made so much progress. It all went downhill, and it feels like I started off here. I did this last year, and I was up here last year, and then as soon as like I got back home and I got comfortable, and then comparing that to me at home, I feel like I went from here to here, and then once I got home it went down here. So the idea of getting back on the wheel feels like it's like I have to go all the way back up here again. The guilt is making me think like, yeah, there's no point going back to that, because that was like a different person and it's gonna be so much harder. And that mindset loop is the reason why I think that it's taken me so long to get back into routine. This is something that I need to get through my thick skull. I'm not starting from zero. As much as it feels like I'm starting from zero, I'm not. My brain and my knowledge of myself is so much more than it was 2 years ago, last year. And it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel that way when I read my old journey, diary entries and stuff like that, but I know so much more now than I did back then. So I'm not starting from zero. As much as I think I am, I'm not. That person that was so productive, so like got everything together and everything like that, I'm pretty sure when I was in that, there were issues. I'm pretty sure there were little things that like I wasn't doing right. Like, I don't know, I feel like I need to stop idealizing the past, you know? Like this, and then up again. Like, it'll always be higher than this, because the knowledge gap between these 2 points is significant. I feel all this motivation, but I don't feel any discipline. And I think the main way to get discipline like instilled back into you is reminding yourself what the actual goals are and how much you want them. I think I need to get back into mood boarding in that sense. Like I need to get back into making vision boards. Luckily we're approaching the end of the year, so I'm gonna have to do that anyway for the next year. But I feel like I should still make a mood board for autumn. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just like have somewhere I can visualize my goals. There were definitely cons to certain ways that I worked. I definitely could have been easier on myself and still achieve those goals. It's not discipline in the sense of like, be a lieutenant in your mind. Like, you have to do this, you have to do that, otherwise you're stupid, otherwise you're useless, otherwise your day is ruined if you don't get this one task done. It's not like that. It's more, because I feel like a lot of people on social media make it seem like that, like that's what discipline is. And maybe that is what maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but in my head I think gentle discipline makes more sense. It's more like a parent in your head. Like you're your own parent. You're telling yourself this needs to get done regardless of how you feel. Yes, get it done. Maybe if you need to take baby steps to get the task done, that's fine. If you don't get every task today done, that's fine. Move those goals to other days. Like if you don't get this task done on like Monday, you're not a useless loser. Just move it to Sunday and try and get it done on Sunday. Make it like achievable and realistic, and be kind to yourself if it doesn't get done. Like if it doesn't get done because you can't be bothered, then like reevaluate your goals and how much you actually want them, because if you can't be bothered, then I don't think you want that goal bad enough, you know? I used to do this in my 3rd year of uni. I would write affirmations down, and I would write things like, for example, I wake up at 6 a.m. to go to the gym, right? And sometimes when you, in the midst of waking up and like getting ready, you kind of, in those moments, you're not thinking about the long-term goals. You're just thinking, I don't want to get up right now. So I had like a board in my accommodation where I would write out, why am I going to the gym? And then I write the reason why. Like I just write it out, and I'd put it, like I'd stick it on my wall, so it's the first thing I'd see when I wake up. just to like remind myself of why the hell I'm doing this. This is what I want. This is the desire. This is the like attractive goal that I'm working towards, so that when I wake up in the morning and I'm like dreading life when the alarm goes off, the first thing I see is like what I'm doing this all for. I also do other things like leaving my phone far away and the alarm far away, so I actually have to get up out of my bed to put the alarm off. That's what I mean by being like a parent in your head rather than a lieutenant. Like the gentle nudges towards like doing the little things that will eventually build up to your goals, right? And then I'm also going to try and create a reward system so that every time I actually reach those goals, it's not just hustle, work. I need things to look forward to. I need things to like reward myself with. After maybe a week of hitting the goals, on Sunday I can do something to treat myself, you know. I don't know, that's where my head's at. I'm gonna get back to working now because it's 7:15. I just spent 15 minutes just yapping, but yeah, it's 7:15. I'm gonna finish working by like 8:30. See you guys later. Thank you guys for spending the evening with me. I have finished brushing my teeth, washing my face, praying. I've done it all. And it is now 10 o'clock. I don't know how long I'll last even reading this book. I feel like I'm gonna get like 2 chapters in and just knock out, which is fine, which is the perfect way to knock out, because if I was on my phone instead, I would be on my phone for like 2 hours straight, just scrolling, and probably get to bed at like fall asleep about like 12. Whereas with a book, for some reason, it only takes like 30 minutes and then boom, you're out like a light, and it's a better sleep as well. My phone's on the other side of the room right now charging. I have itched to grab it. Like, oh my god, I feel like an addict. It's when you're on it so constantly for a period of time that it's so difficult to stop using it. By the time I get used to leaving it alone, I really will not care for my phone. Like, it's harder to delete TikTok and Instagram so easily because I have drafts just building up that I cannot afford to lose. So I can't delete the app. I think I'm gonna get like app blockers, like, you know, when they give you time limits. I tried that before, it didn't work. I kept going into settings. I was so stupid, man. I put the app blocker on my iPad and my phone, but every time I'd want to scroll for longer, I just go and switch it off. I feel like I low-key need to watch like a recap of the last 2 books because I cannot even remember. I think, oh my god, yeah, Xaden almost dies, but then he turns into a venin. Don't think I'm saying it right, but he turns into like one of those evil beings at the end of the 2nd book. If you haven't read it, and this is a spoiler, I don't really care. The second you see a book in my hand, just know that I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, the last thing I remember is Xaden got turned into a venin, like an evil being. He almost died, but they saved his life, and that was like the way we ended off the last book. I just wonder how things are gonna go from here on. I love this series a lot, guys. Like, Liam's death in book, was it book 1 or book 2? I think it was book 1. Really ruined, shattered me. It shattered me. I sobbed. I think it wasn't just the fact that he died, it was the fact that the first thing he did was call out for his dragon, and he died by his dragon's side. That to me shattered me. It hurt a lot, and every time people referred to Liam, I just felt like sick. I was just like, this is sickening. I really loved him as a character. He did not deserve to go like that. I did not enjoy book 2 as much as book 1. Book 2 kind of confused me a lot. Storyline, the plot line, everything that was going on, it was a bit like, for me. Like, book 1 was kind of easy to follow. Book 2 was more difficult to follow, but it was so cool. I think I gave book 1 like a 4.8 and book 2 like a 4.2. Still pretty high. You can see my eyes are drooping. I need to get up by like 5:30 to go to the gym. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.